Hello, fourth graders. We are so excited to have you in the middle school. I apologize that we don't get to do this in person, but nonetheless, I hope you find this informative. You're going to get a chance to meet your fifth grade teachers and also have some of your questions answered. Again, we hope you find this informative. So I'm going to hand it off to Mr. Erickson, who is the fifth grade coordinator.
Hey everybody, I am Mr. Erickson, but most of my students call me Mr. E, and I teach English, and we're going to have a blast this upcoming year doing all kinds of grammar and writing and reading and vocabulary and all kinds of fun projects. So awesome, and now I'm going to kick it over to Mrs. Bernhardt.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Bernhardt, and I'm going to get to teach you math next year. I'm so excited to get to know you. We're going to do a lot of fractions and decimals and whole numbers and just all kinds of math stuff, but we're going to do it with as much fun as possible. And now I'm going to kick it over to Mrs. Fullerton.
Hi, incoming fifth graders. I'm Mrs. Fullerton. I'm going to be teaching you science, and I'm also going to be coaching Lego robotics in the afternoon. So if you're interested in Lego robotics or robotics, I'm the person to talk to. All right. Next to Dr. Hill.
Hello, I'm Dr. Hill, and I'm so excited to teach you social studies this coming year. I love teaching social studies. We learn about Arizona, we learn about places all over the world, and we do a lot of pleasure reading and writing, and there are a lot of choice projects in my class, and I just can't wait to meet all of you. Your Spanish teacher will be Mrs. Fox, but she just had a baby, so you won't get to meet her today. So the next person that you are going to meet is Miss Harris.
Hello, I'm Miss Harris. I'm one of the music teachers in the middle school, and I am the choir teacher. So I teach choir for middle school, and I also do the all-school musical in the spring. So excited to meet all of you, and very excited for our winter concert, which has all the middle school singing and playing instruments. And I'm going to pass it to Miss Roman.
Hi, I'm Miss Roman. I'm the 5th and 6th grade counselor, and I'll be your YO teacher next year. So I'm super excited to meet you. Some of the things that we'll go over in YO are the importance of self-care, how to deal with stress and anxiety, how to communicate with each other and your families. So I'm here for you as your teacher, but also as your counselor. Now, Mr. Giroux.
Hey, my name is Mr. Giroux. I will be your technology teacher. Last time I told you guys about some of the programming stuff that we do in playing Minecraft, so I guess I'll mention that we're also working on building up a little bit of a makerspace in the middle school library. So you guys will also get access to all those tools, and hopefully we'll build some cool stuff together. Talk to you later. Moving it over to Miss Bloomstein, the art teacher.
Hello, I cannot wait to meet all of you. I am the 5th and 6th grade art teacher, and in the art room you will make a lot of messes, explore a lot of different materials and artists from art history, and mainly you'll get to express yourself and have a good time playing with some things like clay and paint. So I look forward to meeting you, and I am going to give it now to Coach Newland.
Hey everybody, Coach Newland here, middle school boys PE. I'm really looking forward to next year to see all you in class. Also, I am the coach of the flag football team, cross country club, and middle school basketball team. So really looking forward to seeing you. I'm going to pass you on to Coach Pruitt now.
Hi, I'm Coach Pruitt, and Coach Newland and I are teaching partners, and I take the girls, and we have a lot of fun units for you guys, and we do some fitness, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I look forward to meeting you all in the fall. And now I'm going to turn it back to our fearless leader, Mr. Erickson.
Thanks, Coach Pruitt. And so our new 5th graders coming on in here, we received a whole bunch of your questions, and we thought the best people to be able to answer these questions are our current 5th graders who have kind of been there and done that. So let's hear it for our current 5th graders. Yay! And now I'm going to start off with going to Miss Julianna Casali. Juliana, one question from a 4th grader is, how many classes do you have each day, and how long are they?
You have 4 classes each day, and they are 75 minutes long.
Awesome. And then they also want to know, can they use the Zukas that they already have?
Yeah, you can.
And Juliana, where will those Zukas go?
They will go in your locker.
Can you tell me about lockers and some special stuff you can do?
You can decorate your locker. You can put like wallpaper on it, rugs, chandeliers, and like magnets and stuff. But you can't stick stuff on it with like glue or tape, and you can't put stuff on the outside of your locker, only on the inside.
Excellent. So a lot of magnet shopping, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much. Well, we have another fifth grader that's going to answer a few of your questions. That's Mr. Ross Wheeler. And Ross, somebody wants to know, how much homework do you have every night?
You usually have about 45 minutes of homework, but most of the time you get it all done in homework help.
Cool. And then do you have the same classes every single day?
No, not most of the time.
Why not? What kind of a schedule do we have?
A 7-day schedule.
How does that work?
So basically, you have 5 days of the schedule, but then the next week you start on the day after that.
So like if Monday were a day 1, Tuesday were day 2, Wednesday 3, Thursday 4, Friday day 5, Monday would be day
6,
and Tuesday would be day 7.
Yeah.
And then the next day starts all over again with day number
1.
Does it get confusing having a 7-day schedule and different classes every single day, Ross?
No, not really. You get used to it after a while.
After a couple weeks or so, do you end up actually memorizing it?
Yeah.
Hey, Ross, can I put you on the spot?
Yeah.
Day 4, second period, what do you have?
Technology.
See, that's awesome. Thanks, buddy. Cool, and now we're going to ask a couple questions of Mr. Turner, Ashby Turner. Do you need to bring a computer to school in 5th grade?
No, you do not. In fact, you're not supposed to. They supply you with computers.
How do those work?
So at the beginning, they will assign you a computer based on your travel group, and that will be your computer for the whole year. You take it out in the beginning of the day and then put it back in this special case at the end of the day.
So they can recharge. So do you bring the laptops that we have at school home?
No.
No. Awesome. And then what about phones at school? Are you allowed to have them?
So you're allowed to bring them. This is also applies to smartwatches, but you are not allowed to use them during the day. From when you get to school until 3 p.m., you are not allowed to use them.
Cool. So you just put them in your locker, you lock them up?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, fine sir. And then, you know what? Hey, Ross, can I bother you for a few more questions?
Sure.
Excellent. Well, how many students are in each 5th grade class about?
It depends. It's usually about 13 or so.
And they're in what kind of groups do we call those?
Traveling groups.
What's a traveling group?
It's like a group of people that you go to all your classes with.
Nice. So if at the beginning of the year, if you're not sure what class you have, if there's like 12 other students in the class, is there a good chance one of them will know what's going on?
Yeah.
And then just follow them?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And then do you get to pick those traveling groups?
No, you don't. You do not get to pick your traveling groups.
And then also, we have advisor groups, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a traveling group and an advisor group?
Well, your traveling group you go to all your classes with, but your advisory group you meet with every single Tuesday and sometimes do fun activities.
Cool, cool. And the advisors, they kind of work for you and make sure everything goes smoothly for you during the year?
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, buddy, thank you so much for answering those questions. And then now we're going to turn to Miss Bella Maliki. And Bella, can you bring your backpack to every single class, or does it stay someplace else?
It stays in your locker. You bring your binder to all your classes, which has your work and stuff in it.
Excellent. And then what about lunch? Do we have lunch at school?
Yes.
What time is it at usually every day?
Normally at 11:10.
Yeah. And then when you're at lunch, are you assigned seats, or do you go anywhere you want?
You can go anywhere you want and sit with your friends and sit outside.
Cool. And after lunch, what do we normally have?
Recess.
Recess, go run around and play and do stuff with friends. And then after that, Monday through Thursday, we have this special thing called homework help. Can you tell us a little bit about what homework help's for and how it works?
Homework help is a short period of time where you get to work on your homework, so you have like less work when you go home.
Bella, are there any times where you get all your work done during homework help and then you don't have any homework sometimes?
Most of the time you'll get most of your work done.
And other than working during homework help, what if you have a question for a teacher? Can you use that time for that?
Yes, you can go to other teachers to ask questions.
Cool. So I didn't understand that thing this morning, Mr. E. Can I ask you a question, or go to Ms. Bernhardt and ask a math question to get something explained a little bit more? Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Bella. And now we're going to move on to Mr. Reid, Umar Reid. What goes on in science class? And don't tell me science.
Science is pretty fun. In the beginning of the year, we did robots. So we would code to try to make them move around. And then you learn a lot about space, and it's really fun.
Do you dissect any things?
No, you don't dissect.
You're not going to cut any animals up or anything like that. And then what about like over the summer before 5th grade? What do students do over the summer to prepare for 5th grade?
So over the summer, you have work to do. Like for English, you do book reports, but they're not like super long book reports, just the main ideas.
Cool.
And there are a lot of papers to do, so it does take you a while, but it gives you something to do over the summer.
Like some English and some math, just kind of brush up on things?
Yeah.
And that stuff comes to you, I think, in like an email, or it gets sent to you so you know what's going on. So yeah, pretty cool. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. And then, hey, Juliana.
Yes.
Can I bother you again?
Okay.
I want to ask you some more questions. So you have lockers in 5th grade. That's kind of new and different, right?
Yeah.
And you have locks that go on them, and your PE locker?
Yeah.
What happens if you forget your combination?
For your regular lockers, if you forget your combination, you go to like the middle school office, and they will give you like a key to open up the locks. And for the PE lockers, if you forget your combination, Coach Pruitt for the girls, she usually like keeps track of our number of like the combination. So if you forget, you could just ask her.
And could you also ask any 5th grade teacher? Because sometimes we're pretty lucky with locks. We might be able to open them for you.
Yeah.
Or what if you forget how to use the lock? Could a 5th grade teacher help you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to leave you in the lurch. No locker trauma for you guys, okay? But how do you, because you've never had a lock before, how did you get used to doing it?
For me, my sister helped me a lot.
Aw. And did you practice them a bunch of times before you came to school?
Yeah.
What about the combination? Did you think to write it somewhere?
Yeah. You usually keep them in your binders. So if you forget it, you usually just pull it out. But if it's not there, then you would just go to
That works well unless you lock your binder in your locker. Then you can't look it up, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, Juliana. And then also, what about sports? Are there sports that you can play at school?
Yeah, there's like school sports that you can play like every trimester, I think.
Yeah, they keep changing, right?
Yeah.
And do you try out for them?
Yeah.
And did you play any sports this past year?
Yeah, I played volleyball, soccer, and basketball.
Awesome, awesome. And then there's something else fun. Can I ask you an extra one? What are electives? We do those every Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
What are electives?
Elective is just I guess they're kind of like a fun activity, but they're every Wednesday, like you said, and you get to get your elective. You can pick your top 5, and they will choose which one you get.
What can you think of some examples of some of the electives that were done this past year?
There's like doodle art, book and cocoa, kickball, I think.
Was there like frisbee golf this year?
Yeah.
think there was a Harry Potter elective. So it's just all kinds of fun stuff that doesn't get graded. It's just things that teachers like to do, right? And then they get you teach you and have fun with you in a different way, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And then Camilla, would you answer a couple questions for me, please? Do you get grades on your report card in 5th grade and middle school?
Yes, you receive 1 overall letter grade per class, along with a few other grades that you used to get in lower school, focused on more like smaller skills and stuff.
Cool. And then what if you don't understand something a teacher has taught you? Do they help you, or do you just throw you into the deep end and let you sink?
Yes, they will always help you, and homework help is a time where you can go around and ask teachers for questions, and also during breaks. You have a bunch of breaks in middle school, so the breaks are a perfect time to go ask teachers.
Very cool. And then you mentioned breaks. One of the favorite breaks during the day is snack break. What's snack break?
So snack happens at 9:05, and you get to pick 2 snacks, 1 dry snack and one wet snack, I guess. And then you basically have like recess, and you can play like gaga ball, or it's just like a break, or you can be in the quad.
Cool. So you get all kinds of different snacks, and how much do they cost?
They're free. So.
No way. Free food in the morning? That's way awesome. And then what about, what if you get thirsty during the day? What options do you have?
So you should I recommend bringing a water bottle to school, and make sure you write your name on it, because they can easily get lost. And then there's also water fountains, but it's better to have a water bottle.
Cool. And especially with your name on it. That is great. So we're not wasting plastic bottles and stuff like that. Hey, Camilla and all 5th graders, you guys are incredible. Thank you so much for answering all of these questions and helping out your new schoolmates, because you're going to be kind of across the quad in the 6th grade, and the 5th graders will be there. And I know you guys will all help them tremendously. So with that said, 5th graders, give a wave hi to your new schoolmates. Hi. And now I want to turn things back over to our illustrious leader, Mr. Sullivan.
So 4th graders, soon to be 5th graders, I hope you found that informative. And if you have any questions over the summer, there will be time to have those answered when we have new student orientation in August. But if it's a really pressing question and you've got to have an answer, do not hesitate to send me an email, and I will give you an answer. We can't wait to meet you in August. Hope you stay safe and healthy.
Okay, everyone, say hi and wave to our new PCDS middle schoolers. See you next year.